Hey everybody, Nick Makes Plays here. I'm currently your rank 1 player, and today I'm going to go over my Ashe LeBlanc deck. I'm going to show you what I play in my Ashe LeBlanc deck, how to play the Ashe LeBlanc deck, and showcase some games of Ashe LeBlanc deck. Ashe LeBlanc has been one of the best decks for me this season. I think it's currently the most played deck in the game, Ashe LeBlanc like as an archetype, and I've been loving it. So I did 9 wins today on the Runeterra Open. I've consistently gotten my 4 wins each day on the Gauntlet of Ashe LeBlanc, and just such a insanely solid deck right now. This is like the perfect season for Ashe LeBlanc. So I'll go into the deck. I guess let's get started right here, right now. Alright, everybody, let's get into the deck profile. Before we get started, if you guys are fans of Ashe LeBlanc, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. But here we go. So first card is 3 Brittle Steel. Pretty straightforward. Just 1 mana, Frostbite enemy, 3 less health. This might be unassuming, but it is one of the best cards in the deck. It's very cheap for what it does. Easily can clear like 3 3s that usually cost 3 mana, and it helps level your Ashe. So very strong card for 1 mana. Well, a common theme of this deck is you have a lot of cheap combat tricks. You have like Elixir of Iron here to help stuff like that. So when you stick your big units like LeBlanc and Ashe, they do have low health, but they're very powerful. But you can keep them alive through removal, such as like Challengers, Brittle Steel, or removal like Mystic Shot, stuff like that. So moving on, we have 3 Elixir of Iron, as I was saying. Really cheap combat trick. Give an ally +0, +2. Only costs 1 mana, but usually always gets more than 1 mana value. Usually always is able to trade for, again, like a Mystic Shot costs 2. Favorable combat trade, stuff like that. It's very powerful. 3 Omen Hawk, your 1-drop the deck, buffs your units +1/+1. This can be particularly strong to hit particular units, such as Trifarian Assessor. So this card, when summoned, you draw 1 for each 5+ power ally you have. But if you can make it a 5+ ally itself by buffing it with Omen Hawk, it draws for itself, which is like, it's a free draw. So it's very strong. And you can also buff things like LeBlanc. You know, she's a 5/2, very strong, but has low health. Making her 6/3 makes her even stronger, but also more importantly, harder to remove. So that's very good. So you have 3 Omen Hawk, 2 here to help. It's just another way to keep units alive. Basically, more Elixir of Irons in a way to help against the control such as Set Karma, such as Jack Seraphine, just removal in general. Next card, Icefall Archer. We only run 2 because it is very, very, very strong. It's mid-range decks such as like Quinn, Vayne, Aatrox, but it's a lot weaker versus decks such as Set Karma and Jack Seraphine, stuff like that. So you don't want to have them clogged up in your hand in the wrong matchups, but if you just see one in the right matchup, it can be a huge swing. You can do it to level Ashe. You can turn out their key turns, turn out their challengers, or you can combine it with our next card, Trifarian Glory Seeker. This is a 2 mana 5/1. It can't block, but it has challengers. What you can do is you can freeze their unit with Icefall Archer, Brittle Steel, Ashe, stuff like that. Challenge it and get a free kill. The card's very strong, again, because its downside is low health. We have 3 Elixir of Iron, 2 here to help keep it alive, and you can kill their big units. Like, imagine something like a Jack with this. Jack costs 4 mana, kill the 2 mana card, helps your reputation get triggered, which we'll get to later. So very, very, very strong. 2 Flash Freeze. You could go 1 Harsh One and 1 Flash Freeze. I like 2 Flash Freeze for the consistency. It's just very strong to freeze things that aren't just 3 lower health. You can freeze anything, especially in the late game. And it lets you also just have more freezes to level Ashe quicker. She levels pretty quick. We have to freeze 4 enemies, and she does it herself. So what you can do is she's like 2 out of 4. You can Flash Freeze her blocker and attack with her. Her attack will freeze other blocker, and she'll level. So Flash Freeze is just another, I guess, combat trick that's first costs a bit more than Brittle Steel, but hit whatever you want. Next, we have LeBlanc. LeBlanc is very strong in this deck because her downside, again, keep talking about it, she has low health, but with protection that we have, like Iron Elixir here to help, she usually sticks. So turn 3, you can play her down, you can swing, you usually get either 5 damage in if they block her, or 5 damage in if they don't block her, and if they do block her, then you kill a unit for free. She has quick attack, so it's very good. She sees you deal 15 damage, you get a Mirror Image. Mirror Image lets you summon an exact ephemeral copy of an ally with 5+ power. Now, that already sounds pretty good, right? But it's way better than you think with the combos in this deck. So let's go over, like, real quickly, a few of the many combos you can do with the Mirror Image. So you can copy Incisive Tacticians, one of the main ones. Once you rally when it summons, you can copy this. You can go attack with everything, rally, attack with everything, Mirror Image, copy the rally thing again, rally, attack with everything, and you just kill your opponent 1 turn. It's pretty insane. The other big one is Ashe herself, because she freezes an enemy when she attacks, so it makes their units not as good at blocking because you're freezing them, but also it helps her level very fast. So you have 2 ways, two Ashes attacking to freeze. Very easy to get that level requirement, and when she's leveled, enemies with 0 peril can't block. So if you use Mirror Image on her, you level her, everything can't block, you win the game. So very strong. Next we have 3 Ruthless Trifarian. Pretty interesting unit. So its beefy health makes it hard to deal with for control decks, such as against Set Karma. But it's just a 3 mana 5/4 is very nice because it gives you a way to draw more Trifarian Assessor really early. You can play on a 3. Like Glory Seeker on 2, this on 3. Assessor on 4 and draw 2. It helps activate your Reckonings extremely easily. Like, yes, it can't block, but the threat of Reckoning is so powerful that just it being there, you're taking some damage and Reckoning the board, they can't recover. Like the aggro deck, such as like Leona Samira. And it also helps level LeBlanc very fast, so it's a lot better than it seems at first. We have Ashe, start the show, so you freeze 4 enemies, you get level her, then frozen enemies can't block, and she also puts a Crystal Arrow on top of your deck, which frostbites all enemies with 3 less health, and you draw 1. So you can just freeze everything, they can't block, attack for game. Now, one of the strongest parts about Ashe is what we're talking about kind of with Mirror Image, where you can just level her very fast at burst speed. You can go like, okay, you already, let's say you Brittle Steel something in the early game, or just have Brittle Steel in hand, right? You can Brittle Steel, Flash Freeze, attack with Ashe, and if you're 4/4, it's just at burst speed, you're just threatening so much damage and they can't stop you. Because it just happens so fast, right? Like they don't start a chain or anything, so you're able to just freeze everything and then attack, and they can't respond, and you just win. We have 3 Buddy Business. So Reputation, that means if allies with 5+ power damage 4+ times via striking, then it costs 2, which is very strong. Since this is a card that says an ally 5+ power strikes the enemy. At 4 mana, it's pretty good, right? It kills with a lot of threats like Set, Mischievous Mirai, stuff like that, Jack. But if it costs 2, it's even better. It's not single combat where they strike back. This is just a 2 mana kill your unit. So very powerful against pretty much everything. We have Trade Assessor, debatably also one of the strongest cards in the deck. When summon, draw 1 for each 5+ power ally you have. The whole X 5+ power allies, so it just gives you insane draw, insane refuel, but sometimes it's not only 2 draws. Sometimes you're drawing like 3 or 4 cards, which is really powerful, and it happens right when it's summoned. So one of my favorite parts of this card is all the cheap things we run, like the Brittle Seals, Elixir of Irons. If you just have a huge board and you play this, it costs 4 mana, and you probably have like 3 or 4 mana left over. But if you draw these cheap cards, it's just you can do so much, and they just can't deal with everything. They can't remove all your threats, and you win the game. Next we have Upper Sun Hearthguard. When summoned, grant all allies your deck +1/+1. Pretty beefy against control decks, makes it hard for control decks to remove your stuff, and the mid-range decks, because mid-range decks need stronger units. Like your units are all too big for them to deal with, and then the control decks need more removal spells per unit, and it just puts a lot of pressure on your opponent. We have 2 Reckoning, so if you have a 5+ power ally, kill all units of 4 less power. Your whole deck is like 5+ power allies, but this is very strong in sec like Leona Samira, where even Leona only has 4 power, so it kills her, it kills all the Daybreak units. One thing you can also do is you can like big units like Nautilus, like say you're into deep, you can flash freeze them or freeze it with like Ashe, then Reckoning. So basically lets you kill anything. So this is very good to stabilize. Like one of the things with the deck is it doesn't have too many early game units, so you can take some damage against, I guess, if you're playing aggro in the early game. But then once you stabilize like a Reckless Rifarian, you play this, you blow up their whole board, and they're just so far behind that you win the game. And last but not least, briefly went over earlier, but we'll go over it again. Incisive Tactician, Reputation costs only 6, but when summoned to Rally, you can loop it with Mirror Image, do a lot of damage, and I think that playing will speak for yourself. So let's show you some games. I've been playing some Master ranked games with this deck to show you what it's like, I guess, at a competitive environment. So here we go. All right, up against Quinn Gwen, a pretty meta deck right now, but Ashe should be fine in this matchup. Brittle Steel is very strong, like against a Blinding Assault, only has 1 health, so we can freeze that. I like keeping this card against like control matchups to refuel, and really a lot of the time, but this is going to be pressuring us non-stop. It's a very aggressive deck, so we have to make sure we stabilize. When we play it later, we have time to breathe. I like to also mulligan for a unit for turn 3. We're attacking on turn 3, so I would love to have... Most Rifarian's one thing, but LeBlanc will be very, very, very strong. Nice, we have LeBlanc. So this is a pretty ideal mulligan. I like to have like a unit for turn 3, particularly LeBlanc. A combat trick, such as Brittle Steel, Elixir of Iron. And then if we have those, I mean, of course, we can keep Omen Hawk for the early game. So very, very strong. And then in certain matchups, I like to also have Trifarian Assessor to refuel. So this is pretty ideal. I like this. This is great. We have Ashe even for turn 4. Reckoning could be really strong. Even kills things such as the Eternal Dancer. Depending on turn 6, kills Quinn plus the Blinding Assault she summons. All this is a 6/5. I think we still go for LeBlanc here. Because LeBlanc, we want to start working on a level of progress. Okay, we got the Blinding Assault. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they hate spike this, but I'm not that concerned either way. Okay. Hate spike, there it is. Not a big deal though, right? Because they use 2 cards to kill 1 card. So we're already getting some decent value. Now, if this gets elusive, we have some problems. Hopefully not elusive. Okay. Spell. Okay, that definitely gives problems as well. It can eat a freeze now, even Reckoning. So yeah, elusive spell shield's pretty scary. Challenger can be scary off a husk, but we'll see what we can do. Okay. Okay. So 3/5 spell shield Gwen. Alright. Not a bad turn to slam this. The hard part is just lives through Reckoning now, but I guess form up could also live through Reckoning. I guess I'll play the Reckless Trifarian. I think I'll Trump block here. I don't love it because I could save this for later. But we might be Reckoning at some point. This will die anyway. And it is nice to conserve some health in this matchup. I'm not sure. Alright, this is not bad. 6/7. Maybe we just don't play Ashe yet? Because this does fit our curve a bit better, and I don't think we're going to be playing the Brittlestone thing this turn. So yeah, we can just go with this. This is fine. Maybe force some blocks if they don't have Foyer. Or, okay, that's a really good blocker for them. I'm not in love with that for us, but it's okay. Push for 6. Yeah, the tough thing is really that this is out of Reckoning range. Okay. Okay. Alright, I see you. I see you. Got a ball game over here. What are we gonna do? Elixir of Iron? Okay, but they're so wide. We only have one blocker. This can't block. Doctor the Miss. Not usually played. So what we could do is just play this and get the spell shot off that. It is kind of scary if they have form up though. Okay. Either they're saving form or they just don't have it. We can kill her later. Even if she levels, she'll only have so much attack. Yeah. It's fine. So they have one hollowed. Oh, so they can't swing with her. They definitely don't have form up. So they swing with her, we could just block. So we know now they don't have form up for sure. Which means, we can take that. I don't put myself in like ranges to die. Which means that we can probably Reckoning again. Let's just bank some mana. We might be playing a second Reckoning here soon. Ashe, definitely not bad. Ashe, definitely not bad. We're threatening lethal already? Ooh. Ooh. Oh no, you gotta watch yourself. Oh, this is, they walk right. This is so juicy. GG, yes. I'm sorry. GG there. Alright, playing against Fizz? Sejuani, you got some interesting decks. Okay. I don't actually know what this deck does. I know what Sejuani does, and she's very strong. I think we're just gonna do a normal mulligan here. We have LeBlanc attacking on turn 3. And we can get some cheap common tricks to Brittle Steel, Elixir of Iron. Nice, very good. The scary part is once I level Sejuani, we don't really have many outs to her. We can kill her with Bloody Business if we have a strong enough unit, but if they freeze in response, it's rough. So if they level Sejuani, we're in a bad spot. I almost want to freeze this right now to stop their progress. Because I know we lose. Like, I would normally never do this, but I know that we lose to, I guess I'll take it this one time. I know that we lose to level Sejuani. There's definitely a strong argument to Brittle Steel that just to stop the progress. I think that's one of their win conditions. Or the main win condition for us, which is level Sejuani. Bannles a lot of pings, such as, like, I don't know. I guess something I rotate out, but Pytos could be Pearliest Pastry, so they can level pretty fast. Oh, they have Brittle Steel? Interesting. And that buffs a unit. Well, I did not see this coming. I could freeze them back, but I kind of want to freeze that so that it stalls their progress. This costs way more, though. Tough spot. Tough spot for sure. I guess we'll use this. They probably don't have that much removal, and this is probably more flexible against Fizz. I don't love how it costs more mana there. Reckoning can be very strong. Yeah, I'm supposed to draw Reckoning when I say that. Usually if I say a card, usually if I want a card and I say it, it comes to me, but something weird might have happened that time around. Alright, let's try and level. Let's try and level fast. I think I will Brittle Steel this time, because I'm very, very, very afraid of Sejuani's level up. And I want to kill this because I think the buffing is more important than Fizz right now. Harsh wins. Expensive, but it's okay. Now, One thing I would love to do here is play Glory Seeker and then freeze something and get a free kill. But it does lose to Pie Toss. I don't want to lose to Pie Toss. We maybe still do it though. No, let's just go with this. Let's try and get Reckoning online. If we can draw a Reckoning, that could swing this game in our favor. I think Ashe is probably a solid summon here. Because now we're getting good. This is where Ashe LeBlanc shines. When we have like the 3/5 type units on the board. And she's really close to leveling. So put LeBlanc last. Not that it matters too much. We haven't leveled progress yet, but it's a good habit to generally put her last, because then she can see the people and then level up. Sometimes you put her in the middle. If you could hit 15, then do her and then reset progress. Another Harsh wins. Wow. That's interesting. Well, LeBlanc's dead, but the good thing is Ashe isn't, and Ashe is more important than LeBlanc. Because we're one-up leveling Ashe. 5 in here, not bad. And that was expensive, you know, that was expensive for them. That definitely wasn't free by any means. They're only 1 out of 5. Now playing Sejuani just to kill this is pretty good. I hope that doesn't happen. They might just do that right now. So I hope I didn't speak into existence. Okay, thank goodness. So we'll buff our deck here. Next we go this into this. Drop the bomb, okay. That's scary because they can just Pie Toss to kill this. Hoping for no Pie Toss, but it's pretty reasonable if it happens. Alright, I was afraid of this earlier, but now that their progress has been stalled so much, they're still only 2 out of 5. Not the end of the world. It's interesting they would play that here, because you think they want to save that for Sejuani level up, but I think they're afraid of us open attacking. Especially if we have like the thing where we freeze and then open attack. Alright, very good draw. Could freeze 2 things, but it's not a big deal. Now if they kill this Ashe, we can just play another one. If they don't kill it, we can just play this. One cool thing you can do if you freeze, you can freeze 2 and then hook 1 that's not frozen out, and then we get 3 swinging in, which is almost lethal. We got 3 swinging versus 1 blocker. I don't think we can level quite this turn yet, though. I think we're just gonna draw. If we can draw like a bunch of cheap combat tricks, keep our things alive, it's pretty good. Oh god. When allied follower transformed, another follower. Okay, so this is probably a transform deck. We just haven't seen the transform stuff yet. So this is the broken part of this card. Oh my god. We just draw 4 cards. So nothing that fair about that. I don't think we should attack with Ashe. It's too risky. I almost want to do nothing. We can just like Reckoning them, really. Maybe we kill Fizz. This can't block anyway. We're gonna Reckoning, for sure. We can kill Fizz so they can't lower progress. Maybe we just pass. Just end. It telegraphs our Reckoning, but they can't stop it, so it doesn't even matter. Like, well, they can swing with everything, I guess. But I wouldn't care. We could just redevelop. We have so many cards now. And then the cool thing is the Hearth card buff this, so it draws for itself. So, like, imagine we play another one, we just draw like 5 cards. But we're gonna play Reckoning. We can do both this turn if we truly want, but we're gonna start with the Reckoning. It's like, this is the most telegraphed Reckoning on the planet, but they have no outs, so it doesn't even matter. They obliterated Fizz. I guess they know it's coming. The Reckoning. Yeah, ain't much you can do to get Reckoned. Freeze that, so now our Ashe dies too. Don't actually care, so that's fine. We'll just redevelop our board. Like, look at how low resources they are. Like, Reckoning regularly just gets insane value. Like, sure, they can swing for 5. Not a big deal. So it'd be 3, this would be 4 next turn. But we can just run open attack, so should be GG's. Fizz. Oh, they have a second one, it's fine. Well, we can just block that with whatever we play. This is what, a 2/2? We could just block Sejuani. I mean, we could just play a 6/7. Let's just do that. Let's just play 6/7. Like, what are you gonna do? Nothing, right? You're gonna swing with both and lose everything? Okay. Play a second Ashe. They might just concede here, but they don't. It could be cool and draw like 5 cards. So hopefully they let us do it. Okay, they're gonna entomb the Ashe. So we don't get to swing and level her up, because it would certainly be lethal. Yep, it's fine. Alright, let's just draw our whole deck. How about that one? Let's just draw 4 cards. Nice. Very good. Yeah. It's GG's. Like, you can block, you can try and stay in, but even a level such 1 at this point probably wouldn't be enough. We have the bloody business for it. We could keep that alive. It doesn't really matter. I guess we will, I guess. For fun. But we're just so far ahead at this point. You can see the power of this deck now, right? Drawing so many cards, wrecking blows up their cards. We have bloody business, now costs 2 mana to kill a unit. Ashe is coming back, which is going to be insane. If they don't surrender by then. It'd be cool if they let me level the Ashe. Just to flex. Yep. Okay, GG's. Playing against Fizz Samira. This person has 731 LP. Oh my god, they're really high rank. Alright, let's see what we can do here. I guess I'll keep it? This matchup's weird. You really need Reckoning to win. Otherwise, you don't really have a chance. I don't know if Iron Elixir's good. I guess we can keep it for Heavy Metal if they try and Heavy Metal our LeBlanc. But I'd rather have Brittle Steel to keep alive. This is a very Reckoning-oriented matchup. I might have mulliganed wrong. Like, maybe we don't want any of these. Or maybe we keep LeBlanc and we get rid of the rest of these, try and raise our odds of getting Reckoning. But we'll see what we can do. Alright, start with Omen Hawk here. Kind of nice just to have a blocker in general. Not all the units are elusives. And then now if they want to attack with Fizz, it's not just free. They have to use a Stylish Shot or a Warning Shot or something. So then we can bank 2. Not bad. Okay, U6-5. This is very nice to put pressure on, especially if we have Reckoning. I think we play LeBlanc here. Iron Elixir can make it live through Heavy Metal, and we can start leveling. Okay, there's the Heavy Metal. That's what we kept that Elixir of Iron for. So, pretty good. The scary thing is they just do so much damage in one turn that even in a spot like this, where like we seem to be ahead, they can kill us first usually. Swindle. Well, I would assume they took here to help or Elixir of Iron. I don't see why they would take a Strifarian or Bloody Business. Bloody Business is probably too hard to activate for them. I just don't think they want this. I mean, like, maybe. I'll just jump block it though. Inferna. So now if we try and Bloody Business this Inferna, then they'll just use the Elixir of Iron they stole from us. So that's pretty good. They won't be drawing too much here. Those cards we need to plunder, draw one, give it fleeting. But it's not that big a deal so far. And they're at 13, right? We're putting a lot of pressure on. Drawing Ashe could be good. I think we just straight up just keep going. Keep pushing with the big units, force them to block or they'll die. Put them in a bad spot. Second Inferna. It's already swung for 6, so we can do like this. And then this will level up by the time we get there. They definitely stole an Iron Elixir here to help. That's all I know. Nice. GG's. Beating Fizz Samira. Okay, we take this. Alright, that's my Ashe LeBlanc deck. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope it's educational. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe, comment below what decks you want to see, what you thought of the video, about your Ashe LeBlanc experience, stuff like that. And look forward to seeing you guys in tomorrow's video and live on Twitch. Twitch.tv/TwoPlacePlays. See you guys tomorrow.